Oh my goodness, what is this? What is this? It's the NES Classic Edition, and we know this is old news. This is old news, or is it? Or is it? It's slightly newer news, because there's a re-release of the NES Classic Edition. Yes, Nintendo delivered and screwed up all the scalpers that have been trying to sell these things. I hope you weren't somebody that was susceptible to the above retail pricing on the NES Classic. It seems like the craziness has ended. It has not been that difficult to get the re-release of the NES Classic, which is why I've got this box right here. I thought it might be interesting to take a look at a few things, because inside this box, it's another NES Classic Edition. This is the OG, original NES Classic Edition that was just hunted down like crazy people would hunt something down. And then, of course, we've got the re-release. Much easier to get. I think I saw a notification that they were available, and I was like, I just casually hopped over to my computer, popped one in the old cart, wasn't even logged in. I logged in, bought one. No problem. Got here in a couple of days. So this is the re-release. This is the original. I want to see, is there any difference between the two? Alright, so let's get that box out of here. Here we have the two NES Classic Editions. I've got to be careful. I've got to remember, original on the left, re-release on the right, because they're pretty close to identical just looking at them right now. And I don't want to mix them up, because that would make this quite foolish. I'm just going to kind of look at the box packaging and what's inside, look at the console itself. I just want to see if physically or visually there are any difference with these things. Because I know there's been some rumors out there, at least there were rumors, that the power adapter situation might have been different, because we know the original NES Classic Edition was very quickly hacked, so you can put all kinds of ROMs on there, because the power goes to a USB port, right? USB port. So there was rumors that maybe they were going to get rid of the USB port and make it just a good old-fashioned adapter, regular old power plug into the back of the console. I don't think that changed, but that was a rumor. Now, before we open these up, let's take a look at the box themselves. Already, there's a difference. If we look in the front, yeah, the original has the official Nintendo seal of quality down here on the right corner, and the Nintendo logo on the left. On the new one, we got the ESRB rating on the right, and they've shifted the official seal above the Nintendo logo. Whoa, amazing changes abound. Yeah, that's not too crazy. The colors are kind of different, too. It might also be that this is older, so maybe the ink just didn't come out quite the same, but it looks a little bit lighter red on there. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I can definitely see a slight difference. Yeah, see, it's sort of, this one has a nice dark coloration. Maybe this one's a little faded or something like that, but even the black on the new one is a little bit darker, a more truer black, more contrasty. On the back, perhaps, is it any different? Let's flip them around. On the back, they look pretty identical. Wait a darn sec. No, they're the same. They're pretty much the same. Oh, God. Don't drop your NES Classic. They're just so heavy. They're so big and heavy. Yeah, they appear to be the same. ESRB label on the back. Of course, the new one also has it on the front, so there's no complaining, parents. You've been warned ahead of time that it's E, 10 and up. I guess we gotta open these things up. Let's unlock the freshness of the NES Classics. See if there's any difference. Original on the left, new on the right. Oh, easy. I'm gonna go samesies, same timesies on these. Oh, this one's a little tighter. So, got a little bend on there. So far, looking the same. We've got the code inside. Oh! The code is different. The new one and the original. It says BFC, CLVS, NESA, USZ, C1. BFC, CLV, SNESA, USZ, C4. C4. This one clearly more explosive than the original. Way more explosive. So, different code for this release. The original, untouched NES Classic Edition. Nothing else additional in the box. There's the original. Mind-blowingly, no. There appears to be no difference. We've got the same sort of poster insert on top. My Nintendo Rewards. Well, not My Nintendo Rewards paper there. This one, not so much. At least not visible on the back. This looks exactly the same. A cardboard box housing the Classic appears to be the same. This is the cream of the crop. This is what we're really focused on. We've got the console. We've got the console. Now, this is high-quality entertainment. This is what you want when you're on the internet, right here. They appear to be the same. Even the same folding, the same placement of the packaging inside. We got the OG. We got the BN. That's brand new. I guess I should call it the RR, the re-release. Alright, this is the big thing. Is the console any different? Let's hold them up. No, it's not. Same vents. The plastic looks identical. The smell? Wait, I gotta cleanse the palate. Pretty much identical. I thought there was a slight Cheeto-y smell on the new one. I was mistaken. Everything looks the same here. Same model CLV001, of course. That is exactly the same. Same font size. Everything. Made in China. Now at the very bottom, CU207860391, CU2166375526. So those are different. That might just be the number in the print. Bottom looks good. Nice bottom. Good looking bottom. Checking the back. Identical. No change. No change. HDMI, DC in, HDMI out. We've still got the same USB connector for the power. Same connectors on the back. Nothing's changed. Placement's the same. Identical. Identical. The side. Identical. The front. The juicy, juicy fronts. The same. The same. Wow. Re-release indeed. A little dusty, but identical. Maybe some slight differences in the print on the text, but, you know, that's just general manufacturing differences. They look exactly the same, feel exactly the same. So the console, the verdict is, they're the same. They're exactly the same. I have so much junk in and around my trunk. I'm just gonna drop these right and left. You know, we don't want to mix up the baggies. Mixing up the baggies would be a major problem. Let's look at the original controller. Of course, we've got the power brick, and here is the NES controller on the OG. Of course, beautiful. Feels just like the original. A little tighter because of it. CLV002 in the new one. Power brick. Power bricks are different. The power brick is different. The power... Everybody stop the presses. Stop the presses of the internet newspaper. They are significantly different. They're different. Look, okay. This one even has a QR code on it. The original... Here's the original power adapter. Okay, there it is. Pretty small. It's branded light on. Light on. Doesn't say Nintendo anywhere. And then we've got the power plug for the USB to convert it to a regular wall socket. This is the one for the re-release. Look at the difference. That thing's... Look at that big boy. That's a big boy. Look at the difference. huge. Huge. This one could eat this one. Doesn't have those nice little grips either. And it's Nintendo branded. Nintendo branding on the back of the AC adapter. Still says light on, so same company manufactured it, I'm assuming. And the QR code is actually on the power adapter instead of on the baggie that the power adapter plug comes in. Whoa. Look at that. It's huge compared to this one. It's got that big rounded top. Well, there you go. I didn't expect there to be any differences, at least no major hardware differences, but the power adapter, huge change with the Nintendo logo on the AC adapter. Wow. Wow. I know this is riveting. This is riveting, but this is the kind of stuff that just, ooh, gets me giddy, gets me excited. I don't know why. I don't even care if they function the same when you plug them into your TV. I just want to see if they look any different. That's silly, I know. Back to the controller. I'm sure the controller is going to be identical. You know, the extra controllers, so ridiculous how it was more difficult to find a second controller for the NES Classic than to find the actual console. I managed to get an OG console. Never did I see an extra controller. Oh, though over here, I do have an extra controller, but it's a PAL region one. They work the same, but they look the same, but I had to have one. Probably overpaid. I think I managed to get an extra controller online. It hasn't shown up yet, so hopefully they didn't cancel my pre-order. They're the same. No difference. No difference in the controllers, which is a good thing. Why would they need to be different? They were perfect, except for the cord. Cords are the same length. Sorry, if you're hoping for longer NES Classic controller cords, you ain't getting them. Not here, at least. Let's dig in deeper into the packaging, opening up the box even further. Our cords, they're the same. They're even put in the box the same. HDMI. Yep, 02584. Yep, even the same identical HDMI cords. Nothing crazy there. And we've got the USB cable for the power brick. Now, the power brick AC adapter was different. Is the cable? It is not the same. Gotta open these up. Here's the original USB cord. This stuff, I know, it's so ridiculous. Let's get the USB cord untwined. Standard. Looks pretty standard. But here's where I noticed the difference. Okay, there's the OG. Here's the RR, the re-release, the BN, the brand new. Oh, that's a difference. Black twisty tie. White twisty tie. Whoa. Game changing. Game changing. So this is the original. This is the new one. Much more rounded. Where it plugs into the console, it is also different. A little bit larger, less low profile. This has B on it. It has USB symbol and B, and then this one just has the USB symbol. Who knew that the biggest change would be the USB power situation? That's the only difference. The only real difference. Let me see. There's something here at the bottom of the box. GNA CLV S NES-C0. I guess that's the code for the box. It's in the middle on the new box, and the original, it's at the top. Same thing, barely read it, it's punched in. GNA CLV S NES C0. It's the same, it's just in a slightly different print. On the new one, it's right in the center of the box flap or backing, and then it's sort of at the top on the original. I kind of want to talk about these NES Classics a little bit. They had a really, and by they I mean Nintendo, they had an awesome opportunity to make this re-release even better than the original. One of the main things they should have done, I think, and people still would have bought them, add a second controller, just like with the Super Nintendo Classic. You got two controllers bundled with the package. Why didn't they do that? A huge missed opportunity. You could have added $10 to the price, just find a place to stick it in there, make it fit, and then the re-release, but you get two controllers with the new one, why not just include 2 controllers? They were such a pain to get before. Though I have seen them pop up online as available to purchase separately, but they're not as easy to get as the actual re-release of the console, the bundle with the controller. The other thing, and this comes to the actual play, the Super Nintendo Classic Edition has the rewind feature, so you can rewind if you are running and fall into a hole because you're not very good at the games. You can use the rewind button feature to rewind and pick up where you left off. NES Classic Edition didn't have that ability in the original software. Maybe they did add that in there. Let me know in the comments. I haven't plugged these in yet. But I don't think they've added that. I think they probably kept it the same way, same setup, same emulator situation that they're using in the original. A couple things I'd like to see. We got the OG NES Classic. We got the re-release NES Classic. What are the big differences? Well, the box has the ESRB rating on the front, and they moved the official seal of quality over above the Nintendo logo. But then when you dig deep, you dig really deep, the consoles are exactly the same. However, the AC adapter, the biggest change, the AC adapter. What a huge change. And now branded Nintendo, which I'm always a fan of. Unless I find out this is a bootleg console, and this is not the correct adapter. It is the correct adapter. So they changed the adapter. They also slightly changed the USB cord that came with the system. Made it a little bit smoother around the edges. It's not so harsh. It's not so harsh on you. But it works. The controllers are the same. Oh, of course, I can't forget one of the most major changes in the re-release of the NES Classic Edition. It's right here. Major color change. Huge color change on the NES Classic re-release. We've gone from a black zip tie to a white zip tie for the USB cord. Wow. Wow. Tell all your friends and family. It's a major change. Alright. So that's the NES Classic Edition. I guess I better hook one of these up. I gotta find some available HDMI ports on my TV. Well, isn't that something? As I've said already, I know this was riveting for you. I know there are literally rivets in your belly from how riveting this was. But remember, as always, stay digitally distracted.